why we have created the concept of Rashtra. Is Rashtra some lines, some boundaries? These boundaries, don't they limit us? Don't they bind us to a particular land and soil? But the answer lies not on those lines and boundaries, but on the question of what is this moksha. This moksha is not easy. It needs greater tapasya. It needs rigorous tapah, abhyas, and vairagya. This great nation, Bharat, is the land of tapah, tapasya. This is a great land of Tapa Bhumi. Bharata Bhumi is also known as Tapaha Bhumi. So this great mysterious biological machine, our human body, and this great Rashtra are the means to reach and achieve the absolute freedom, that is moksha. The Rashtra and ourselves are interdependent on each other's freedom. Great freedom fighters didn't have any blueprint. What are we fighting for? We are fighting to stop this slavery. We are fighting not to enslave us from the foreign invasions. And that freedom, the struggle for the freedom comes from within. That is what we call as moksha. It is not only self-freedom, but it is also for the freedom of the Rashtra. Now, since I didn't know the topic also, what is the topic of we are going to talk, but since it is Digital Hindu Conclave, so in this age of globalization and data-centric world, the concept of moksha and Rashtra is very limited, and it is declining day by day. It lacks nationalism and patriotism spirit due to alienation, and new sanskaras are taking place. The idea of India, which is Bharat, is very, very ancient. Many Shastras have defined Rashtra and Bharat. Its geographical location, its astronomical address in this universe, even if you get lost in this galaxy, we have given the address according to our Jyotish Shastra. We Hindus, we Sanatanis have defined our Rashtra when Britain, France, US, Portugal were not even born. For Hindus, the idea of Rashtra is not limited to some physical or political land or any political boundaries. The idea of Rashtra is Bhuvyapi. The idea of Rashtra is Bhuvyapi. Mahesh, can you play that audio? I had given one audio. All over India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, in all the Akhanda Bharat, wherever there are Hindu temples, wherever there is puja, we chant this mantra Pushpanjali. Just listen to it.
Dehanakam mahimana sachantayatra purve sadhyaha santi deva. Om Rajadhirajaya prasayasahini Namo vayam vaishnavanaya kurmahe Tame kaman kama kamaya mayam Kameshwaro vaishravano dadatu Kuberaya vaishravanaya Maharajaya namaha Om Swasti Samrajyam Bhojyam Swarajyam Vairajyam Parameshtyam Rajyam Maharajyam Adhipatyam Samantaparyayi Syat Sarvabhauma Sarvayusha Antada Parardhat Prithivye Samudra Paryantaya Ekaraniti Tadapyesha Shloko Vigito भूतः परिवेष्टारोमरुत्तस्या वसन्गृहे आवीक्षितस्य कामप्रेर्विश्वे देवाः सभासदैति एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि
So what are we saying in this prarthana?
प्रचोदयात्।
What are we saying in this prarthana? We are saying that we are talking of Swarajyam, Vairajyam, Parameshtam, Rajyam, Maharajam, Adipatyamayam, Samandra Paryantaya Ekaraliti. We are talking of wherever the land is touching the water, that every land belongs to Hindus. जहाँ जहाँ पे पानी इस जमीन को स्पर्श कर रहा है, वो सारी भूमि हिंदू भूमि है। ये हमारी राष्ट्र प्रार्थना होनी चाहिए। तो राष्ट्र की जो संकल्पना है वो सिर्फ भारत से सीमित नहीं है, वो सिर्फ अखंड भारत से सीमित नहीं है। जहाँ जहाँ पे जमीन है और जहाँ जहाँ जमीन पानी को स्पर्श कर रही है, वो सारी जमीन हिंदू की है। ये हमारी राष्ट्र प्रार्थना होनी चाहिए। सारे मंदिर जब पूजा समाप्त होता है, we end up by mantra pushpanjali. In Maharashtra, every home we sing mantra pushpanjali. We chant mantra pushpanjali and we end our prayers like this. We are talking that even the devatas are the members of this Bharat. So this is the great national prayer. I urge all my Hindu brothers that this should become the national prayer of every Hindu. In ancient times, the expansionists captured more lands to show their mighty powers. The invasions started to happen to capture lands, properties, wealth, and slaves and armies, and mass loots and mass plunders happened in our country for several centuries. Then came the time of machines and industrialization. Now, in today's era, the company or the country who has more data and who has more control on the data is more powerful. आपको पता है, recently there was one small company, one small social media digital company which was purchased for $42 billion. Any idea? Twitter. One person named Elon Musk purchased this great company which is Twitter, which is not even present anywhere. So it does not even produces any income. So there are many small nations on the world map whose GDP or income is not more than $42 billion. This Twitter, why did he purchase? Why Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and all social media are free? Have you ever thought that why these social media or these digital platforms are free? Why do we get these free services of free calling, free messaging? Because due to these powerful algorithms, due to these powerful codings and programmings of artificial intelligence and machine learning, we are being spied 24 hours, 365 days. The Google, Facebook, and every social media hears us secretly. They steal our data. They peep into our privacy. Our destiny is designed and decided by these apps. These digital media and algorithms, artificial intelligence, robotics, which food we should eat is even decided by Zomato, Swiggy, and these multi-billionaire apps. Which books I must read, which appliances I must purchase is again decided by Amazon and different e-commerce apps. So what we should buy is again imposed on our mind and brain to allure by Amazon. Today we Hindus are not humans, but we are only consumers for these apps because our brains and minds are controlled by this digital media. Today we are only consumers and buyers for these tech leeching companies. These psychological vampires are controlling the consumer zombies today. They have data to control as well as to study the consumer behavior. Today we have become mentally handicapped, physically enslaved. We are controlled by Google Maps, mobile calculator apps. Our brains are shrinking day by day, and this is a reverse evolution of humans by data and digital slavery. Today, this is the era, what I call as digital colonialism. Britishers have left, but the foreign data companies, the foreign digital media companies are today controlling our culture, our food habits, our sanskriti, our dharma. They are interfering in our Sanatan Dharma, they are interfering in our faith, they are interfering in our Sanskriti, in our language. Our eyes, body temperatures, our blood pressure is again sensed and captured to read our minds, to read the consumer behavior, to make us potential buyers. Where do we go? Whom do we meet? What do we eat? What is our buying capacity? Artificial intelligence and data digital era is making us schizophrenic. Recently, you all must have heard of the metaverse of Facebook. In this new world of metaverse, the virtual cyber reality, people are also buying land in the metaverse. You all must have heard that people are buying land on moon. Similarly, people are also buying land on this Facebook platform, which is called as metaverse. People are virtually living in a declined life. Artificial intelligence and digital world in future will create chaos and joblessness. Doctors, MBBS holders, MBAs will become jobless and useless. Their degrees will become useless because artificial intelligence will take away all the decision-making jobs. Robots, AIs, these robots and artificial intelligence will operate most of the complicated surgeries which will take and happen in some minutes rather than in some hours. Our bio-brain chemicals and physiology will be more of a depressed, emotionless, senseless and mentally challenged person suffering just like a depressed person who lacks SSRI chemicals or SSRI hormones like dopamine and serotonin in the brain. So this biological mysterious machine, what we call as mind, brain and body, will be hacked and will be hijacked in this digital media era, in this data globalized era, because the servers are not in India. We are controlled by this data globalization from abroad. The wars will be fought from abroad, will be controlled from abroad. Spiritual and social institutions like family, society, education, adhyatma, morality, respect for others and elders will collapse. People will end in crimes and hatred, disharmony. The world order will be disturbed by growing digital trends. People will take pseudo sides and people will play some other person's war on digital media, because people will be brainwashed by fake propaganda. You all know how your brains are controlled by this digital media, news media, social media, and we are made to fight with the invisible enemy who is staying within us. The setting of false narratives from last 400 or 900 years in our country, which has witnessed from very long time, just not today. Narratives is not a new concept for Bharat. The Mughals, the Arabs, the Turks, the Christians, the Britishers, all of them have used the tool what we call as narrative and have used it for brainwashing, for controlling and enslaving Hindus. The trend-setting narratives have created vacuum and Hindu identity crisis. For millennials and young Hindus who are fighting against their own dharma, who are fighting against their own culture, who are fighting against their own elders, and the scientific, peaceful, Sanatan adhyatmic dharma of this great Bharata Bhumi. So what is that we are missing today? We are missing Hindu Ekata. What is our Hindu plan to safeguard and protect Hindus in future? We are seeing the world is in rise of wars. We do not know third world war may happen. It might happen very soon. If, God forbid, if China and Pakistan attacks from both the corners, but there is an internal enemy sitting inside our own country, the Muslims, if they attack us, what is the roadmap? What is the plan we are going to do? We Hindus are totally clueless. We Hindus have no idea about the internal enemy in our own country. How are Hindus going to protect ourselves from getting chopped when a foolish, fanatic OSC brother says, spare me 15 minutes and we 25 crore Muslims will chop 100 crore Hindus? What did we Hindus do? How many Hindus came and protested on roads? When every Muslim, every novice people, when they talk of our Devi Devtas, when they insult our Devi Devtas, when they insult our Dharma, how many Hindus have come on roads and protested? How many Hindus have stood for CA and NRC and different Hindu laws? How many Hindus are demanding for UCC uniform civil code? Even the most powerful temples in Bharat, like Tulsa Bhavani Mandir, like Sharda Peeth, like Mathura, Kashi, these were giant and very, very powerful temples in our country. Even these temples could not protect themselves from the terrorist or Islamic invasions. So how are we going to protect ourselves? Even after thousands of years, these Muslims have not changed, these Christians have not changed, their mentality has not changed. They want to come and attack, they want to come and capture this great Bharata Bhumi. What has happened? What we lacked? We lacked collective Hindu unity. Today I'm going to skip for some time. Let us try to understand what is true Sanatan Dharma. We need to really research. If I ask you, what is the fundamental of Islam? अगर मैं आपको पूछूं, इस्लाम धर्म कौन से तत्व पे या कौन से प्रिंसिपल्स पे आधारित है? बहुत ही सिंपल आंसर है, 3 तत्वों पे आधारित है, कुरान, अल्लाह और मोहम्मद. इन 3 चीजों पे इस्लाम आधारित है. राइट? Am I right? What is the fundamental of Christianity? Again, Trinity. What is the fundamentals of Hinduism? Can one Hindu tell me what is the fundamental of Hinduism? What is that which unites all the Hindus together? ऐसे कौन से तत्व है जो हमें सारे हिंदुओं को एकजुट बांधता है, हम सारे हिंदू को एक करता है? वो कौन से फंडामेंटल्स है? इस्लाम तो एक ईश्वर की उपासना, मैं तो ईश्वर भी नहीं बोलूंगा, वो एक अल्लाह को मानता है. क्रिश्चियंस भी वो भी एक गॉड को या जीसस को मानता है. हम हिंदू किसको मानते हैं? हमारे हिंदू के तत्व, परम तत्व या फंडामेंटल्स क्या है? क्या इस पे किसी ने रिसर्च किया है? मैंने ये भाषण जस्ट सुबह बैठ के लिखा है 1 घंटे में. मैंने भी बहुत सारे बुक्स निकाले, उपनिषद निकाले, वेद निकाले. मैं भी कंफ्यूज था इस भारत में, इस हिंदू धर्म में, इस वैदिक धर्म में इतने सारे देवी देवता, इतने सारे अलग अलग परंपरा. तो हमारे कॉमन फंडामेंटल्स क्या है? What is the common fundamentals of Hindus? Yes? Can someone tell me? Huh? Pranava. और? Perfect. और? Perfect. Way of life. Okay. And see, if you will give answers, our Vedas are so diverse. Our Upanishads, it's a huge list. It is a huge, huge list of our Granthas. I have given one small printout. See, I'm not giving any भाषण. मैं इधर कोई भाषण करने के लिए नहीं आया हूँ. मैं आपसे बात और संवाद करने के लिए आया हूँ. I've come to interact with my Hindu brothers and sisters here. Because we need to find our common fundamentals. We have not found our common fundamentals even today. Because we cannot unite even today also. I'm here to unite all my Hindu brothers and sisters. I have come with a proper research today with common fundamentals what we need to have. The common fundamentals are 8. If you have notepad, if you have phone, if you have notepad on your phone, please record it. These are common 8 fundamentals which we Hindus should never forget in any life. Before I begin with the fundamentals, there are certain principles I need to install in every Hindu brother and sister. The first principle is Nirbhaya. The first principle, the first tattva is Nirbhaya. This is not the 8 principles. I am telling you what are the important qualities which Hindus must have. The first principle is Nirbhaya. Nirbhaya matlab Bhaya Rahit, Bhaya Mukta, fearless, having strong faith, having strong Drudha Vishwas in Sanatan Dharma, having strong Vishwas in Satya, having strong Vishwas in Parameshwara, having strong Vishwas in Parameshwara Raksha Kavacha, having strong faith in justice, having strong faith in Karuna, having strong faith in Daya, mercy, and having strong faith in Prema, having strong faith in Vishwas of Sarvatma, हम सर्व में एक आत्मा है. Having strong faith that हम सभी में वही एक आत्मा है. दूसरा मेन तत्व है सत्य निष्ठा. क्या हिंदू में सत्य या धर्म निष्ठा है क्या? Are we loyal? Are we faithful? Are we honest? Truthfulness. हम सत्य के तरफ निष्ठा रखते हैं क्या? हम अपने हिंदू भाई और बहनों के लिए निष्ठा रखते हैं क्या? वही परम सत्य है. यह सत्य सिर्फ बोलने वाला है, गांधी जी वाला सत्य नहीं है. यह सत्य काई का मतलब मेरे कर्मों से दिखने वाला सत्य, मेरी मन से उभरने वाला सत्य, और मेरी वाचिका मतलब मैं जो बोलूंगा वह सत्य है, मैं मन में जो सोचूंगा वो भी सत्य कर्म है, और मैं जो कर्म करूंगा वो भी सत्य के अनुसार होने चाहिए. तीसरा तत्व है धर्मनिष्ठा. ये धर्मनिष्ठा के अंदर आएगा. धर्मनिष्ठा के अंदर 8 तत्व है. वो सारे हिंदू भाई बहन याद कर ले, बाय हार्ट कर ले. धर्मनिष्ठा, धर्म एकता. क्या है पहला तत्व? धर्मनिष्ठा, धर्म एकता. The common fundamentals for Hindus is, now it starts. The first fundamental is Deva. The first fundamental is, हमारा प्रथम तत्व क्या है हिंदू धर्म का? देव. बोलिए, क्या आज भी हिंदू सोया है कोमा में? हमारा पहला तत्व क्या है? देव. मुस्लिम का क्या है? अल्लाह. क्रिश्चियन का क्या है? जो भी है. बट हिंदू का क्या है? देव. तो देव कितने हैं? लाखों है, करोड़ों है. क्या? No, I have to finish. I have just started. If this we do not do, then it is of useless. It is of no use. Of course. Yes. So the first tattva is Dev, Parameshwar. Somebody said Omkara. Somebody said Parabrahma. Somebody said Brahma. Somebody said one supreme God. तो देव अनेक है. वैदिक देवता, सगुण देवता, इष्ट देवता, निर्गुण देवता, और देवों के अलग अलग रूप है. बट उसमें से भी 7 इंपॉर्टेंट देवता है. ब्रह्मा, विष्णु, शिवा, देवी के 1000 अवतार, शिवा के 1000 अवतार, विष्णु के 1000 अवतार, गणपति के 1000 अवतार, कार्तिक के 1000 अवतार, सूर्य के 1000 अवतार, ग्राम देवता, कुल देवता, परंपरा देवता, ये देव ही हमको यूनाइट करते हैं। जब मराठा युद्ध पे निकलते थे, वो देवी देवता को वंदन करके निकलते थे, हर हर महादेव का जय घोष करके युद्ध पे निकलते थे। दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट तत्व है राष्ट्र, मतलब देश। आर्य सनातन भारत या अखंड भारत या आर्यवर्त भारत या हिंदू राष्ट्र, ये दूसरा प्रथम तत्व है देश। पहला तत्व है देव, दूसरा है देश। तीसरा है धर्म, सनातन वैदिक धर्म या हिंदू धर्म या सनातन धर्म। चौथा है देवालय, चौथा है देवालय। ये पूर्ण देवालय हमारी मानव सृष्टि को रिप्रेजेंट करता है। पांचवा है धर्म ग्रंथ। द फिफ्थ प्रिंसिपल इज धर्म ग्रंथ। तो हिंदू का धर्म ग्रंथ कौन सा है जी? हाँ, आवाज नहीं आ रहा। वेद, गीता, हाँ, गीता, वेद। कितने हैं धर्म ग्रंथ? हमारा धर्म ग्रंथ, ये बहुत बड़ा प्रश्न है। एक प्रिंट आउट मैंने दिया है सभी में, सभी लोगों के पास एक प्रिंट आउट है। इसमें मैंने 1600 धर्म ग्रंथ के नाम लिखे हैं। मैंने पूरी एक लिस्ट बना के लोगों के पास दी है। टोटल 1600 धर्म ग्रंथ है। भारत में टोटल 63 मिलियन, मतलब 6 करोड़ धर्म ग्रंथ थे। कितने थे? 6 करोड़ ग्रंथ थे, जो अलग अलग मुस्लिम टेररिस्ट भारत में आए। उन्होंने भारत के अनेकों 100 अलग अलग विशाल विश्वविद्यालयों को नष्ट किया, भस्म कर दिया। The Muslim and Christian terrorist invaders burnt down many great universities like Nalanda, Takshashila. I have given a huge list of 30 Vishwavidyalayas. So the list starts, I will be very fast with the list. Vedas, there are 4 Vedas. The Vedas are divided into mantras, brahmanas, aranyaka, Upanishad. There are 108 Upanishad, which are popular Upanishad. From that there are 1200 again main Upanishads. There is a list of all the Upanishads I have given you. Then there are Upavedas, Ayurveda, Dharunveda, Shastra, Shastra Veda, Gandharva Veda, Stapatya Veda, Shilpa Shastra, Grahya Sutra. And again I have given list of Dharma Shastras. There are around 1000 Puran. We know 18 पुराण तो सभी जानते हैं, उसमें से 1000 पुराण की एक लिस्ट दी है। तंत्र पुराण है, तंत्र आगम है, इतिहास है, रामायण, महाभारत, योग वशिष्ठ, हरिवंश। There are social sciences like काम सूत्र, अर्थशास्त्र, बृहत संहिता, नीति शास्त्र, पंचतंत्र, हितोपदेश. And I have given a list of 30 popular ancient universities in India. These universities are at least 7 to 1000 year old. नालंदा को जब जलाया था, नालंदा को जलने के लिए 3-3.5 महीने लगे। सोचिए उस यूनिवर्सिटी में, उस विश्वविद्यालय में कितने करोड़ों ग्रंथ होंगे। तो मैंने एक लिस्ट दी है 30 विश्वविद्यालय की, तक्षशिला, तेलार, कश्मीर स्मष्ट, नालंदा, ये पूरी लिस्ट है। ये पूरा भारत का खजाना है, ये पूरा धर्म ग्रंथ की पूरी लिस्ट है। तो भारत का कोई तो एक धर्म ग्रंथ होना चाहिए। हमने गीता को माना, बट एक्चुअल भारत का धर्म ग्रंथ है मनुस्मृति, भारत का एक्चुअल धर्म ग्रंथ है वेद, भारत का एक्चुअल धर्म ग्रंथ है उपनिषद, भारत का एक्चुअल धर्म ग्रंथ है गीता, भगवत गीता। So the sixth principle, the sixth tattva is dharma grantha. What is the next principle? That is ध्यान. ध्यान हम सभी हिंदुओं को एक करेगा। योग और ध्यान हम सभी हिंदुओं को एक करेगा। आत्मा ही परम सत्य है, ये ध्यान से ही अनुभूति होगी। यही हमारे शास्त्रों का उद्देश्य है। Atma-shodh ya swa-sakshatkar, mana-shanti is only the aim of dhyana. The next principle is dharma-acharan or sadacharan. Again, it's a very big topic. Yes. I'll skip. Yes. Just two minutes. Okay. Tick. It's a very big long topic, and all our speakers are very busy. They have come from very far places. I would not skip their very important time. But there are 5 important promises which I will take very quick and fast in 1 minute, which every Hindu has to give me an oath, a shapath. Today I need 5 promises from every Hindu. The first promise is, have you seen God? How many of you have seen real God? भगवान या परमेश्वर या देव किसने सचमुच देखा है? किसी ने परमेश्वर को देखा है? एक ने देखा है, चलो 2 ने देखा है, बट मैं आपको परमेश्वर रोज दिखा सकता हूं आपके घर में. वो है आपके माता और पिता. आपके माता पिता ही परम देव है. उनकी उपासना नित्य कीजिए. ये है पहला शपथ. तो अगर यहाँ पे if there are young Hindus, they should take an oath that you will respect and adhere to our Hindu value systems of our parents. You will respect our parents, Mata and Pita. Matrudeva bhava cha Pitrudeva bhava. That is the great teaching of our Sanatan Dharma. The second promise is, I will protect Deva, Desha, Dharma, Devalaya. I will protect 4 things is the second promise. Deva, Desha, Dharma and Devalaya. The third promise is Bala Upasana, Shakti Upasana. We all have to become like Hanuman. For becoming like Hanuman and Sri Rama, we have to do yoga abhyas, we have to do Surya Namaskar, Surya Aradhana. Surya is the Ishta of Sanatan Dharma. The fourth promise is, every Hindu, every day, should read at least 1 shlok from Bhagavad Gita. Every Hindu should read at least 1 shlok from Bhagavad Gita. The last and very important promise from every Hindu is, I will visit at least 1 temple, I will visit at least 1 devalaya or mandir every day. मैं रोज एक देवालय का दर्शन लूंगा. ये 5 शपथ अगर सारे हिंदू मिलके लेंगे तो अखंड भारत या हिंदू राष्ट्र या सनातन वैदिक धर्म की रक्षा करना बहुत ही सिंपल है. तो ये 5 प्रॉमिसेस आप सभी रखिए. आई एम वेरी सॉरी आई कुड नॉट give the entire exposition, but I will try to summarize this in 1 book, or someday you all people can have access to that book. And Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you. So, thank you for an energetic and elaborate.
Ek last, I will end it. Sarve bhavantu. Om Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Thank you. Thank you.
Jai Hind. Jai Khand Bharat. Bharat Mata ki jai.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Swamiji, for a great and